Hi, I'm David, and I'm back with Magic ManaStrike. I was going to record a ranked play video, but the current sealed event ends tonight, so let's get that done instead. Alright, free admission as always, making sure to take advantage of that for the rewards. So in a sealed event, I'm going to choose between these five planeswalkers, and then all the cards that are available to me on the bottom. So I think Sphinx of the Final Word is one of the most powerful units in the game because of its confuse for the enemy. So let's put that in. And then Wave Crash Triton is probably also very powerful, but that does leave me with 2 5s already. So let's look at what else we've got. Grinning Demon is a pretty good AoE unit. Shock is nice, but we also have Ratchet Bomb. So I think I'd rather have Ratchet Bomb than Shock, because Ratchet Bomb does more damage. Shock does less damage, but stuns. I don't think I really care about that. Terrain Elemental is pretty good. Its HP is 2000 though, for an AoE unit, whereas Wave Crash Triton is 2600. So I'm going to use Wave Crash Triton over the Terrain Elemental. In terms of tower damage, creature or spell, we have Geralt's Messenger or the Goblin Artillery or the Hell Rider, to be fair. I don't think I'll use the Hell Rider because of these three, the Geralt's Messenger revives, so it is almost guaranteed to do annoying damage on the tower. So I have some defensive units, one aggressive unit. I think that of the Planeswalkers, I want to play Garruk, but let's see what his ability is. Alright, yeah, what's his skill? Slams with an axe to inflict AoE damage and push ground units. Okay, the problem is that Nissa isn't terribly strong. Liliana isn't terribly strong either. Ajani's okay. For the upon entering the battlefield, he negates damage, and his skill is reduces damage taken. So Ajani would reduce the damage of all my units, but I'm not really doing Swarm, it doesn't look like. So I would rather have Garruk's AoE effect. I want to take this Tailless Paladin because it's very fast and it's immune to effects. But when I do that, my mana is 4.2. So I need lower stuff. The Lightning Tower is the only building I'm offered, I think. Well, okay, I mean the Phoenix Nest is a building, but in terms of defensive buildings, it's going to be the Lightning Tower. So I think I want to use that. But at this point, my mana is still 4.2. I need a cheap spell. I mean, I'm looking for something at 2. I don't think I'd even take Doomblade at 3. The best 2 I have here is Herald of the Pantheon. This Comet Storm could be a 2, but Comet Storm is just a waste. It doesn't do enough damage. And then this is a spell that it does zombify a creature, but I think that the Herald of the Pantheon are going to be a better defensive option for me than the zombie spell. So here's the deck that I have chosen. We have a couple of tower damage units. We have a lot of defensive units. The Sphinx, the Triton, and the building are defensive. The Tailless Paladin can be both. The Herald of the Pantheon are defensive, but also if things turn into a push, they're a nice cheap unit to throw into the battlefield, and there are 2 archers. And then Geralt's Messenger is aggressive. One thing that I will have to watch out for, and actually, yeah, is flying units. So Sphinx can attack flyers, but I don't want to use it as a defensive against flyers. I want to use it for its status effect. Wave Crash Triton attacks ground. Tailless Paladin attacks ground. The Lightning Tower can do air attack. And the Herald of the Pantheon does air attack. but Garruk doesn't, and I think that's pretty key here. He melee attack ground. So I am heavily considering right now the giant spider in place of the tailless paladin, because the giant spider does extra damage to air units. But the tailless paladin is very good as a card. Let's play some matches and see if I actually have trouble with air units, and carefully evaluate how well Tailless Paladin does in this deck. If it's just a card I'm throwing out there when for no specific purpose, I'll take it out. And if I struggle against air units, I will take out the Tailless Paladin. So let me know in the comments how you're doing with these events. They are actually every day. I'll link in the bio. The Netmarble posted a schedule for the month. I personally like the events. It allows me to play with a planeswalker like Garruk that I don't own, and so it's very nice to just get that experience playing with them, playing with some cards that I don't normally play with, like the Tailless Paladin, like the Geralt's Messenger. So this opponent is Dovin. Let's send in Geralt's Messenger. Oh, with Homunculus there, he might be Redeeming. Look at that. Okay, so this is going to be an instance where I need my air units. Let's Sphinx them right away to try to get them to attack each other, and Herald of the Pantheon there should attack the Reaver Demon. So I was able to handle that. Ratchet Bomb should take out the level 1 Blinding Mage, and now I'll get some more tower damage with my Geralt's Messenger, especially because my opponent doesn't seem to be responding to it. Wow, uses Dovin to respond to it. Alright. So I'm going to play Garruk here, and the Lightning Tower. Why not? Wow, Grave Titan. So I tried to use Garruk's ability before he died. It didn't quite work. Grave Titan is going to be hard to kill, so let's Sphinx this group. What I learned from playing this deck, or not playing this deck, but playing Sphinx on ladder a while ago, was that I underused it. Its ability is just so powerful that anytime you think it's reasonable, you should play it. And then cycle back to it. The problem is, and the reason that I didn't use it nearly enough, was that I was afraid I wouldn't have it when I needed it. So you just have to be careful to actually use it when you need it. Oh, okay, I Ratchet Bombed too slowly. I was really hoping to... Oh, Garruk's ability is an AoE, I see. Okay, so yeah, so right here it's going to be bad. I don't have the Sphinx ready. And I only had Garruk to hold off the units. Okay, so there's Sphinx. I think it's too late. Yeah, so it's too late for my tower. But I don't think it's too late for the units. Yeah, so that's definitely going to be bad. And it is bad. Right now, oh my gosh, no! Oh, Grave Titan is just too powerful. Okay, so... two things. I did not cycle back to the Sphinx rapidly enough, and that's because I played Tailless Paladin, which is exactly what I was worried about. I played Tailless Paladin for no reason. It did charge at the tower. It was very good, but it probably cost me that game. If I had played a cheaper unit, I would have had Sphinx mana for the Sphinx earlier. And secondly, I ignored the Grave Titan. I was like, whatever, I'll kill it with the Ratchet Bomb, my tower will take care of it. But the Grave Titan is so strong that it wasn't killed by my tower and ended up eliminating the tower. So we are putting in the Giant Spider for the Tailless Paladin because it's cheaper. And it has a dedicated purpose in my deck, whereas the Tailless Paladin was just kind of a catch-all. In addition, that game specifically, and I imagine in future games, what I am going to need is AoE damage. And Tailless Paladin costs 5 for single target damage. So I'd rather use something for 3 that did single target damage. Pretty unfortunate for me that I didn't get a Vivien in my Planeswalker choice. I mean, Garruk's fun and very good, as we know, but this guy got a Teferi. If I got one of the new Planeswalkers, Teferi or Vivien, I'd choose him. Probably no contest. They're both pretty fun and of a medium power level. Alright, let's send in Geralt's Messenger just to start off the game. Alright, so my opponent has a Skull Catapult. I don't believe I got a Skull Catapult this game, but it is a generally powerful unit. Alright, so I got Sphinxed. And I'm probably going to Sphinx my opponent. Yeah, especially with the new unit that my opponent dropped. Definitely play a Sphinx on it. I guess I have to Garruk here. Yeah, this first Teferi was doing a lot of damage to me. Wow, I got Sphinxed again. So that's not great. I have no damage on his tower because he played the Skull Catapult, and he has some damage, not a lot, on mine. So we see Blinding Mage. I sent in Geralt's Messenger, but I'll probably get Skull Catapulted again. The bird is actually super powerful here. I'm going to Ratchet Bomb the Blinding Mage while I can hit the tower. The bird is powerful because it's going to do damage on my Geralt's Messenger without taking any in return. And it gains my opponent mana. Again, without dying or being attacked. Okay, I'll Ratchet Bomb the Blinding Mage and the tower again. The incidental damage is hopefully going to be good, but my units were distracted by my opponent's Planeswalker, so... I don't really know how I'm winning this one. No, oh man, Lightning Tower is supposed to go in front. So that could be bad. No, I'm saving the Ratchet Bomb for the Blinding Mage. There's Blinding Mage. I'm saving Sphinx for, I guess, now, so that my opponent's units don't do too much damage to me. I'll put another Lightning Tower in front of the tower. I don't think that I can Ratchet Bomb here, because I really need to save it for the Blinding Mage. And also, I guess, repeated Ratchet Bombs can eliminate my opponent's tower, but... Yikes, my Planeswalker died. Alright, it's sudden death. My opponent is ahead of me on tower damage. And he's going to be ahead of me on mana. I want a Lightning Tower back. That's good, but my opponent knows that I've played my Ratchet Bomb, so he can play Blinding Mage without fear. Got Ratchet Bomb back. Yeah. Good game. This could easily be a tie. I need to play the cheaper unit here so that I can cycle back to Ratchet Bomb. My opponent can cycle to Blinding Mage a lot faster than I can to Ratchet Bomb, so I need to be cognizant of that. Wow, Blinding Mage is already back. I'm saving for Lightning Tower. It would be nice to save for a Sphinx, but I don't think my opponent is going to play any group of things that are really Sphinxable that require the Sphinx to handle. So yeah, we did end up with a tie. No one really got an advantage throughout the game, so that was pretty evenly matched and pretty enjoyable to play, actually. Teferi lived a long time, both either 2 or 3 of the times that he was played. He kind of deserved to die, but stayed alive. So that made my Garruks, they didn't quite counter Teferi 1-1 like I usually like. So this is a Dovin. The problem with Dovin is that his units are flying. His spawns are, the Ornithopter spawns are flying. So Garruk is going to have trouble responding to Dovins 1-on-1. Okay, I messed up. Not messed up. I intentionally put the Herald of the Pantheon on the battlefield in the lower lane, but if I had waited, I could have responded to this. Shoot. I thought that Haunted Guardian was the Planeswalker, and is not. So, come on, kill the egg. That's nice. Okay, so maybe this push here is good for me. Wow. Yeah, I got Sphinxed. So this is what I'm talking about. This is why Sphinx is so powerful. Is because I had a really good push there, and it all died when Sphinx was played. I probably have to Sphinx this Dovin, because I don't want to use my Planeswalker to hurt it. And that turned out perfectly for me. I will use Garruk to answer this Dovin. Okay, something to learn. Garruk's ability does pushback, and Dovin is ranged. So the pushback actually hurt me there. It allowed Dovin to hurt me while I couldn't hurt him. And the Ornithopter, just like I was expecting, is wrecking my Wavecrash Triton, because the tower can't reach it yet, and Wavecrash Triton does not attack ranged units. So let's play. Again, I meant to place the Lightning Tower in front of my tower, but that didn't happen. Giant Spider was a bit risky there, because I might need it for the Aether Squall. I'm playing out Dross Messenger and Ratchet Bomb to get them back in the cycle, so that I can use them later, because I needed to use my mana now. It was a use it or wasted situation, so I'm going to play Sphinx here as soon as I can. Hopefully they all attack each other and kill at least the Aether Squall Ancient. That's my hope. It didn't quite do it, so now I want another Lightning Tower, and oh, I should have played Garruk a lot earlier. I had the Planeswalker, so I should have used it, is the point. And I was able to take my opponent's Sub-Guardian, but my opponent got mine, so this wasn't perfect. But I have so much damage on my opponent's Sub-Guardian due to the game that's been played so far. And it looks like I have an additional Planeswalker, that I probably take this game in the long run. I just have to make sure that I win it within the next minute. Alright, so I'm playing stuff like Lightning Tower, Herald of the Pantheon. Dross Messenger's coming down now. I'm not going to play Garruk until Dovin gets on my side, which he did not. So alright, we're Ratchet Bombing the tower. We're going to go extreme here. Just the cheapest damage things I have. So that includes Dross Messenger and Ratchet Bomb, trying to hit this tower enough to win the game. And there it is. So I was actually a lot more pressured to the tie than I had expected to be at the end of that game. But I think the key was that I just put out Dross Messengers and Ratchet Bombs so that they got back in my cycle, and I played them enough times to eventually kill the towers, the Sub-Guardians. Alright, a mirror match with another Green Gem Garruk as well. You can see that I am Green Gem Garruk right now, because I don't own the Planeswalker, so how would I be any kind of expert level with him? So a player named Tezzeret playing Garruk, which, and of course it's drafted. Doesn't mean anything, it's just funny. Okay, so I dropped the giant spider because I don't want to waste my mana, and it turns out that that was a good choice. Alright, so lightning tower here should stop the Hell Rider from doing damage to my tower, but my opponent does know now that I'm running a tower, so that was good for him. Wow, I am very lucky that Giant Spider took out the Blinding Mage. I thought that I was going to have to Ratchet Bomb the Blinding Mage. Instead, it allowed me to deal a little bit of damage to the tower while I with the Ratchet Bomb and units. Alright, I don't really, I don't have Ratchet Bomb right now, so maybe I should have saved it. Oh, no, they what am I saying? Oh, man, alright. So, 2 problems. 1, I let the Hell Rider jump again to my Sub-Guardian by playing the Wave Crash Triton. 2, I did not, Ratchet Bomb the Blinding Mage. Alright, I feel like I'm playing against a bot because my opponent has not played their Garruk nearly enough. But I've lost a tower, so losing the tower is largely my bad. Alright, I'm ready to play Sphinx out here in his territory when he responds. Hopefully Sphinx affects towers? I don't actually know. So leaving my opponent's Garruk to just march is a pretty bad option. So I guess I Sphinx this group so that I don't lose the game by losing my main Guardian. But I do need to damage this tower in the next 20 seconds. So let's get a Ratchet Bomb in there. Hopefully 2 Dural's Messengers are going to be enough. It looks like they are, so at least I have a Sub-Guardian and it keeps me in the game. But, oh man, that the Sphinx play was pretty bad because my Planeswalker died. Alright, I guess I throw down the Lightning Tower and just hope that... Okay, I'm going to Ratchet Bomb both of these Blinding Mages. Hope that the Lightning Tower was distraction enough to not lose the game, but... What I need right now is to not take damage on my Sub-Guardian. No, they had a Comet. Dang. Didn't see the Comet all game, so I really thought that I could hold out on the Spectral Processions and tie again. But that didn't happen. Yeah, so the answer there is that my opponent held off on playing Garruk for most of the game, and therefore I did too, and that was a big mistake. I ended up wasting 2 of my 3 initial, the ManaStrike one, and the one I got from the tower. So I wasted 2 of them, I know. When he was out there and he wasn't dying, but I needed him back for defense, and he wasn't really attacking a tower because I'd already gotten the one. So I did waste 2 of them, and if I had played them earlier in the game, I could have actually gotten Sub-Guardian damage value out of those Planeswalkers. Alright, let's see how my opponent responds to this. They respond with an Ether Squall. That's bizarre. I'm going to get a lot of damage on this tower with just the Ether Squall. Now, my opponent did play a Dovin, but the fact that they used a Planeswalker to respond to that is very good for me. I wasted mana that could easily come and cost me later. Oh, wow, 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 wow. The Haunted Guardian is bad if he attacks units. Yeah. So, and I only have one Herald of the Pantheon left. Oh, boy. So my opponent has a ton of ranged units here. I can't play Dross Messenger. I have to save up for Sphinx, but even then, my tower's gone. So I am way behind at the moment. That doesn't mean I've lost the game entirely. And my opponent played a horrible, the definition of useless Sphinx right there. So like I was saying, it doesn't mean that I've lost the game. It just means that I'm at a very high risk of not getting enough tower damage, or letting my opponent start a push on the next Sub-Guardian while I'm still stuck trying to work on this bottom row. I wish the Ratchet Bombs would have taken out the Clockwork Beetles, but it's probably okay. Alright, so my opponent is building up another big push. That's a bit of a surprise to me that they wouldn't just try to eliminate the tower. Yeah, because they even have Circle of Pain. So I feel like my opponent should have just gone for the Sub-Guardian. And when Dross Messenger awoke, he took out my opponent's Sub-Guardian. So yeah, Circle of Pain takes out mine. I went for another push with the Dross Messenger. Oh boy, oh, he's going for my main Guardian. I think that was a mistake. And actually, I think I should capitalize on that mistake. I'm going to use Sphinx here for whatever he defends with. Come on, get a little closer. So they should all attack his Sub-Guardian, hopefully. Nah, not quite. Alright, well, so because I used Garruk, I'm in a bit of a tight spot here to respond to all this, but I have Sphinx back, so hopefully they all kill each other now. Again, not quite. Wow, my opponent's Planeswalkers these rounds are doing really well. And of course, it's not just the Planeswalker, it's me not answering the Planeswalkers perfectly, but I think there's a chance we just tie. So I'm comfortable with a tie, I guess. This might be pretty boring for you, the viewers. Oh, actually, maybe not. I don't know. Let me know if you're just here for some gameplay and commentary, watching how other people play games and trying to learn for yourself. This is probably pretty good because it means I play more games. And for me, when I tie, at least I don't lose, right? But I'm 1-2 right now, so I'd like to be winning some more games rather than tying. But I guess you got to take a draw. I was gonna say every now and then, but I mean, I had 2 draws, 2 losses, and 1 win so far. I don't know. Alright, these queues are a bit long, but as we saw in my draft video, I think that's just because I'm playing so close to the end of the event. All the serious players, or maybe a large volume of the players, have already used their free admission. Alright, Teferi though. Alright, let's see how this game plays out. Start with a Geralf's. Yeah, got one. Alright, let's see how he responds. Alright, I can deal with a Hell Rider. I'm not even going to use another unit. The Lightning Tower took a lot of damage, but my opponent played an Inferno Tower, so Let's see if Wavecrash Triton can actually defeat this guy. I think Electrostatic Pummeler's ranged. Yeah, he's ranged. So Wavecrash Triton isn't going to win it. The only reason it's even holding its own is because of its massive health. Alright, actually, I lied. Wavecrash Triton beat the Electrostatic Pummeler even though it got hit by a Ratchet Bomb. So yeah, I mean, I think that Wavecrash Triton deserved to be nerfed a little bit at any point. Oh yeah, Sphinxing both of these guys is going to be real bad for my opponent. Wow, Alright, two things. One, the Hell Rider made it back. I did not expect that. Two, I thought my opponent wasn't playing Tefiris, so I used my Planeswalker, trying to learn from before. Come on, Inferno Tower, die. It dies. I'm gonna Ratchet Bomb my opponent. I actually probably should have Ratchet Bombed the Homunculus, if I could have reached them. Okay, so here we go. Garruk's doing his thing. I really need Garruk to answer the Teferi, which he does not. One Ratchet Bomb on my opponent's tower is all it's going to take. So I can play pretty aggressively with that first one. Because what I need to do is not lose this game. And then when it hits sudden death, I can just Ratchet Bomb the tower. Yeah, Sphinx hit Teferi, so I waited just a second for Teferi to get a little closer. Interesting that there's no Reaver Demon being played here, but I guess he doesn't want to sacrifice all of his units. Alright, come on. Ouch! Come on, build up the mana. Oh my god, I might lose this game. Oh man, Ratchet Bomb did not do enough damage to the tower. So that was my bad. I should have just played Ratchet Bomb earlier. Because I needed to. Yeah, it's a level 1 Ratchet Bomb. So all cards in Standard are level 1. And I know that my upgraded Ratchet Bomb in my decks can do 380 damage. But a level 1 cannot. So maybe my opponent knew that, which is why he was playing so aggressively for the tower. I thought I had the game totally locked down, and all I needed to do was Ratchet Bomb the tower once, but needed it twice. And I probably had the mana to do it twice if I had been smarter and if I had known. So that's that. Apparently a shorter video this time, but only because I went 1-3 in my sealed run, so I'm a bit disappointed. I thought if you go check out my draft video, I went some pretty high wins in that one, and I was hoping I could repeat with sealed. Let's just get this reward before I end the video. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you. If you enjoy the content, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment with just about anything. I'll respond. And have a great day.